There's a nail in the door of the church on Pine, where they wrote my sins in crooked lines. Every whisper rides a southern wind, says I'm the devil they let back in. Boots still drag through the gravel road, like they remember every wrong I've told. Mama's porch don't creak the same since he started spitting out my name. Sheriff's eyes like a loaded gun, knows the things that I ain't outrun. And the river don't wash, no it don't forgive, just reflects the ghost I live with. There's dust on my name, it won't wash away, no matter how hard I pray, how long I'll stay. Every mile I run, every line I cross, I'm still that man they say I was. Yeah, the past don't fade, it just rearrange the blame, like shadows in the flame. I could bleed for change, still in the same, with dust on my name. I took a job at the edge of town, where the railroad tracks hum low and brown. Kept my head down, hands in dirt, trying to bury what still hurts. But the preacher's son won't shake my hand, says redemption ain't for my kind of man. And the girl I love won't meet my eyes, she still believes those old town lies. Every night that whistle cries like it's calling out my alibis, and the mirror don't show I become just a man I can't outrun. There's dust on my name, it won't wash away, no matter how hard I pray, how long I stay. Every mile I run, every line I cross, I'm still that man they say I was. Yeah, the past don't fade, it just rearranges the blame, like shadows in the flame. I could bleed for change, still in the same, with dust on my name. I lit a match in the pouring rain, open fire might cleanse the stain, but the storm just laughed and took its claim, left me choking on the same old shame. If I leave, I carry it anyway. If I stay, they'll never let me change. Ain't no road that don't recall the man I was before the fall. There's dust on my name, carved deep in stone, every place I've ever known. Every prayer I speak, every truth I claim, still echoes back in a different name. Yeah, the past don't die, it just digs its grave in the choices that I made. I could rise again, but I'll never be saved from the dust on my name. I keep you folded in a rusted tin, where the highway dust settles in my skin. Wind cuts cold through a broken coat, and your name still lingers in my throat. Gravel sings under worn-out boots, every mile just buries deeper roots. I tried to drown you in whiskey rain, but the bottle only speaks your name. I hear the reels cry through the night, like a ghost that won't lose the fight. I left your grave, but I never left you. Now every road just pulls me through. I got ashes in my pocket, they're weighing me down. Every step I take drags me back through this town. I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name, but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave. Every breath that I steal is one I can't save. You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop, and I'm damned by the weight of what I can't stop. I slept in ditches, I prayed in vain, watched your face in the window pane. Every stranger wears your eyes, every silence screams your goodbye. I carved your name in a roadside sign, but the rain just washed it out in time. Still I carry what's left of you in every scar that cuts me through. The preacher said, son, let it go, but he don't walk these roads. I know you don't feel what I hold inside, a pocket full of where you died. I got ashes in my pocket, they're weighing me down. Every step I take drags me back through this town. I can run, I can hide, I can curse your name, but the dust of your memory burns just the same. I got ashes in my pocket, cold as the grave. Every breath that I steal is one I can't save. You're the fire I lost, you're the sin I can't drop, and I'm down by the weight of what I can't stop. If I cast you out into the wind, would I finally outrun my sin? Or would you ride every storm I chase, etched in bone I can't erase? If I lay you down by the river bend, would this hollow ache finally end? Or would I still feel your restless ghost in the thing I love the most? I got ashes in my pocket, they're tearing me apart, like a fist full of dust where you used to have a heart. I can scream to the sky, I can dig my own hole, but your memory's buried deep in my soul. I got ashes in my pocket, I can't let them fall. If I lose what remains, I got nothing at all. You're the curse that I keep, you're the chain I won't break, and I carry your ruin with every step I take. The sky turned iron over broken fields, a hush like judgment no man could repeal. Old boots sank deep in the riverbank clay, where secrets were buried and prayers went to decay. I heard the church bell crack in the wind, like a warning for the wages of sin. Mama said, boy, that water don't lie, it remembers was every tear you tried to hide.
The cattle stood still like they knew the cost. Every wrong turn, every soul we lost.
And the curtain whispered through the reeds so slow, like a reckoning rising from long ago. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done. And the
deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
There's a shack on a bend where the willow leans low, where I swore I'd leave what I didn't want to know.
But the boards still creak with the ghosts I made. Every deal I struck, every debt unpaid.
I see your face in the water's skin,
a pale reflection of where I've been.
She said you can't outrun what you chose to break.
That river, don't forget what you take.
The storm rolled in like a funeral drum, and the hills bowed down to what I'd become. I tried to pray, but the words fell dead, like the lies I carried and the blood I shed. Black river rising,
calling my name,
dragging my past through the dirt and the rain.
Every sin I buried, every lie I told,
comes back in the flood,
cold and bold.
Black river rising,
no place to run, it
carries the weight of what I've done. And the
deeper it climbs, the less I can see.
That black river's
coming for me.
Give away with a hollow sound, like a coffin closing in the ground. And the water climbs up
to my chest,
heavy with the truth I never confessed.
No mercy left in the current's cry,
no forgiveness in a swollen sky.
Just the echo of every choice I made
in the dark where the debts were laid.
I tried to run, but my feet won't move, like the earth itself don't want me to prove anything more than a man undone by the tide of all he's ever done.
Black river rising,
take what's mine,
every crooked step,
every wasted line.
Let it wash me down
where the sinners go,
where the truth runs deep and the guilt won't slow.
Black river rising,
I hear your call,
a judgment written in the rise and fall.
And as it pulls me under endlessly,
that black
river remembers me. I was standing where the gravel meets the dying line of steel, with a suitcase full of nothing and a wound that wouldn't heal. Wind was dragging old confessions through the cracks of rust and bone, every mile behind me whispering I'd never make it home.
There was blood upon my knuckles, there was dust inside my lungs. Every promise I had broken hanging heavy off my tongue.
Then I heard that iron thunder cutting through the midnight air.
Like a ghost come back to tell me
there was mercy somewhere. Oh, the train out of nowhere
came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sin
and the lies that I wore.
but that train out of nowhere
Don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption
Through the cracks of my soul, but it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before.
That train out of nowhere
Don't lead anywhere no more.
saw a preacher in the corner with a Bible in his hand.
Said, son, you can be forgiven if you follow where we stand.
But his eyes were cold as winter, and his collar stained with gin.
And the cross around his neck couldn't drown out all his sins.
There was a woman dressed in silence,
With a ticket made of gold,
said she left behind a lover.
somewhere buried in the cold.
She was smiling like salvation,
But her hands began to shake,
like she knew this road was nothing
but a cruel and crooked fake.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Came calling my name,
like a second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
I climbed on with my sins
And the lies that I wore.
but that train out of nowhere
Don't lead anywhere no more.
yeah, it howls like redemption through the cracks of my soul,
But it runs on illusions I can't outrun or control.
every mile just a circle.
I've been riding before.
That train out of nowhere
Don't lead anywhere no more.
now the tracks start bending backward through the towns that I fled,
Past the ghosts I tried to bury,
and the words I left unsaid
I see faces in the windows,
that I swore I'd never know.
all the roads I tried escaping
Are the only roads I go, and the whistle turns to laughter
like a devil in disguise.
every hope I tried to follow
Was a well-dressed set of lies.
ain't no station in the darkness,
Ain't no place to finally stand,
just a rail of broken mercy
drawn in unforgiven sand.
oh, the train out of nowhere
Still
calling my name,
calling my name,
like a
second chance burning
in a runaway flame.
Hey,
There's a chair by the window where your shadow still leans. Dust dances slow in those dead summer beams. Your boots by the doorway, they ain't moved an inch, like they're waiting on a man that the earth won't unpin. I still hear you laugh in the creak of the floor, like a ghost knocking soft on a splintered back door. But the night don't answer, it just swallows me whole, and I pour out your memory and it burn down my throat. So I drink for the ghosts that won't leave my bones. Every swallow drags me deeper along. Raise the glass to the grave, I can't outrun another shot for the love undone. Yeah, the bottle don't heal, it just pulls me close to the cold, dark truth I fear the most. I ain't drowning you, I'm just letting you grow. Every drop's just whiskey for the ghost. Your name on my tongue tastes bitter and warm, like a prayer that got lost in a godless storm. The preacher said time's gonna mend what it steals, but time just sharpens what the silence reveals. I've been chasing your face in the bottom of glass, watching your memory flicker, then shatter like ash. Every midnight confession I pour into sin brings you back for a moment, then buries you again. So I drink for the ghosts that won't leave my bones. Every swallow drags me deeper along. Raise the glass to the grave, I can't outrun another shot for the love undone. Yeah, the bottle don't heal, it just pulls me close to the cold, dark truth I fear the most. I ain't drowning you, I'm just letting you grow. Every drop's just whiskey for the ghost. If I set down the bottle, would you finally fade or haunt me louder in the quiet I've made? Is this love or a curse that I carry inside, keeping you breathing while I slowly die? I see your eyes in the cracks of the wall, in the empty reflection where I used to stand tall. And I swear if I sober, you'll vanish like smoke. So I stay here drinking, keeping you close. Yeah, I drink for the ghosts that won't leave my bones. Now the man in the mirror ain't someone I know. Raise the glass to the grave, I've become a living ruin of a broken one. Yeah, the bottle don't heal, it just digs me down to a place where your memory wears the crown. I ain't losing you, I'm just losing control. Every drop's just whiskey for the ghost. Yeah, every drop's just whiskey for the ghost. found an old photograph in a rusted drawer. A man with steady hands I don't know anymore. His eyes were clear like a river after rain. Now mine holds storms I can't explain. Boots by the doorway, cracked with dust. Every step I took was built on rust. I used to speak like a man who believed. Now every word feels like it deceives. There's a hollowness carved in my chest, a quiet war that won't let me rest. I traded truth for a colder skin, and I don't recall when that change set in. I ain't the man I used to be. That ghost don't walk inside of me. His hands were clean, his heart ran free. Now all that's left is memory. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one. I hear his voice when the night cuts deep through broken dreams and shattered sleep. He asked me where the road went wrong, why every mile feels twice as long. There was a fire that used to burn, a sense of grace in every turn. Now every flame just scars my hands and turns to smoke I can't command. I made my bed in a field of regret, with debts of blood I can't forget. Each choice I made carved out this face, a stranger staring back in place. I ain't the man I used to be. That ghost don't walk inside of me. His hands were clean, his heart ran free. Now all that's left is a memory. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one. If I could meet him down that road, before the way, before the low, I'd warn him about the cost of pride and all the truths I chose to hide. But time don't bend and grace runs thin, and I'm still locked inside this skin. With every mile I drift away from who I was back yesterday. I ain't the man I used to be. That soul got lost somewhere in me. His light went out so silently. Now darkness holds the rest of me. I wear his name like it don't fit right, like borrowed skin in a losing fight. If he could see what I've become, he'd turn away and call me no one. And I used to be just a fading trace of memory. I've been walking through a valley, carved in rust and bone. Boot heels dragging sins I swore I'd never own. Every mile of memory with a loaded name. Every prayer I mutter sounds a lot like blame. I left a trail of broken doors and empty chairs, cheap whiskey promises and unanswered stares. Now the wind don't carry nothing back to me, just the sound of what I used to be. And I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they turn like iron in the dead of the night. I cried out for grace when the sky stays still, too late for a sinner with a bloodstained will. Yeah, I reach for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. There's a chapel rotting at the edge of town where I carved her name, then I burned it down. I thought fire could cleanse what I'd done wrong, but it only made the silence twice as strong. Her ghost still lingers in the back of my mind, in the space where forgiveness I'll never find. I see her face in every passing storm, and every night that never feels like morning. I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they turn like iron in the dead of the night. I cried out for grace when the sky stayed still, too late for a sinner with a bloodstained will. Yeah, I reached for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. If redemption's a road, I lost the trail somewhere between the truth and a coffin nail. I hear judgment calling in the distant rain, but it don't wash clean what's carved in pain. I'd trade my breath for a second chance, one last look, one final glance. But time don't bargain and it don't forgive, and a man like me don't deserve to live. So I beg those cold hands of mercy to hold me tonight, but they broke like stone in the dead of the night. I screamed for grace till my voice ran dry, but heaven don't answer a man like I. Yeah, I reached for mercy with a soul half gone, but the hands I needed had been cold too long. Cold too long. Cold too long. There's a crooked gate where the iron bends low. Rust on the hinges like a wound won't close. Boot heels drag on a gravel confession. Every step sings out my quiet transgression. Names carved deep in a cold gray line. You're still sharper than the hands of time. I trace each letter like a sinner in prayer, but God don't answer in this frozen air. There's a crow on the fence with a preacher's stare, like he knows what I did, like he saw me there. And the wind through the pines sounds too much like breath, calling me back to the hour of death. I keep coming back to where you lie, under broken stone and a weeping sky. Every night I hear you call my name from a hollow ground. I'm the one to blame. If I'd been faster, if I'd been brave, you'd be walking free, not in this grave. Now I'm chained to dirt that I can't outrun. I buried you, but I'm the haunted one. Lantern swings from a shaking hand, throwing shadows I don't understand. Every flicker paints your final breath like a film I can't rewind from death. You said don't lead me through blood and dust, but I chose fear over fragile trust. Ran from the fire, left you in flame. Now every heartbeat repeats your name. I dug this ground with a borrowed spade, every shovel full of debt unpaid. And the deeper I went, the more I knew I wasn't burying you, I was burying truth. I keep coming back to where you lie, under shattered stone and a blackened sky. Every night I hear you call my name from a restless ground. I'm the one to blame. If I'd been stronger, if I had stayed, you'd be flesh and bone, not memory made. Now I'm tied to a past I can't undo. I buried you, but it buried me too. There's dirt in my nails I can't wash clean, and a ghost in my chest where you used to be. I swear I see you between the trees, standing still in the midnight breeze. Your eyes don't accuse, they just look through me, like you know the man I'll never be. And the silence screams louder than any cry. Why'd you die? Why'd you die? Why'd you die? I keep coming back to where you lie, under crooked wood and a dying sky. Every night I hear you call my name from the buried truth and the living shame. If there's a hell, it's this cold ground, where your voice keeps dragging me back down. I tried to run, but there ain't no sun. I buried you, and I'm the haunted one. bled thin where my hands once shook with trust. Paper curled like a sinner at the flame. Every word I wrote, but never gave a name. I said I'd write when the nights got cold and long, when the whiskey stopped pretending I was strong. But the truth don't travel easy through a pen, and I buried every line again and again. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Should have laid my pride down, let it die in the light. Said your name like a prayer I couldn't keep. Now it haunts me in the hours I don't sleep. Every word I never said still burns my tongue, like a gospel left unsung. A bell never rung. Now this letter's just a ghost I can't outrun. All the love I never sent to you, undone. Your old porch still leans into the wind, like it's waiting on a voice that won't come again. I see your face in the cracks of every road, in the silence where your laughter used to go. I wrote forgiveness in a crooked line, then I crossed it out like it was never mine. Guess regret's just a debt that never fades, and I've been paying interest in the dark for days. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Should have laid my pride down and let it die in the light. Said your name like a prayer I couldn't keep. Now it haunts me in the hours I don't sleep. Every word I never said still burns my tongue, like a gospel left unsung. A bell never rung. Now this letter's just a ghost I can't outrun. All the love I never sent to you, undone. If I'd mailed it, would it find your hands? Or drift like ash across some broken land? Would you read it? Would you turn away? Or forgive the man I was too proud to say? There's 1,000 roads I'd walk back through just to speak one honest word to you. But the past don't bend and the dead don't wait, and silence is a lock I see too late. I should have told you I was wrong that night. Let the truth cut clean instead of losing the fight. Held your heart like it was mine to save. Not another thing I carry to the grave. Every word I never said still scars my soul, like a fire in the cold that won't let go. Now this letter never sent to you. Undone. Undone. There's a nail in the door of the church on Pine, where they wrote my sins in crooked lines. Every whisper rides a southern wind, says I'm the devil they let back in. Boots still drag through the gravel